Alright guys, some training from this week. You'll see Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's training in this video. It's the first 3 training sessions of this volume block, and I will share the training session, all the sets and everything on Google Sheets, and that will be in the description box of the video. Just know, looking at the accessories on the program, that those aren't nearly as set in stone as the main lift. The squats, deadlifts, bench, and OHP. I stick to those pretty strictly, but everything else is really just to remind me what I need to do in that day. And a lot of the time I'm pressed for time, and my priority is definitely the first exercise and sometimes second exercise in the session. So accessories are just done whenever possible. I get them done pretty much every day, but not always as prescribed exactly. Anyway, you're seeing squats on Monday. And it was just an intro week, so volume and load were pretty low. It was pretty easy sessions for the most part. So it was 3 sets of 8 with 315 on squats. The program actually called for 312, going by the percentages. And if this had been really close to failure, and I knew it would be in advance, I would have rounded that down to 310, but this is just an intro week, so I knew I could handle 3 pounds over what was prescribed. So just 3 sets of 8, went pretty smoothly. I was pretty happy with my depth. Wearing the Rascal Apparel T-Rex Crew shirt, along with my Deadpool hat, if you guys haven't noticed that. I bought that hat, and then like 2 or 3 days later, they announced that they were for sure making the Deadpool movie, and most likely would have Ryan Reynolds starring. So I was pretty excited about that. He's one of my favorite comic book characters. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I don't actually have to talk about the training that much anymore because I'm going to post it all. You'll see exactly what's in the program. And it was deadlifts, and on deadlifts it was 320 for 2 sets of 8. I will be deadlifting 3 times a week now. Oh yeah, right there my leg was bleeding, so I had to restart this set. You're just seeing the second set of deadlifts. But I'm deadlifting 3 times per week now. So the volume each day is going to be pretty low. Just 2 sets of 8 today, and then it'll be 2 sets of 6 on Wednesday that you'll see later on. And that's still increasing my volume for the week by just doing 2 sets per day, or 2 sets per training session. So definitely looking forward to making some progress there. My deadlift really feels a lot stronger in the last couple of weeks. This is my last rep here. And that's all you'll see from this day. I did some very brief posing here in the work bathroom. Definitely gaining some body fat. Definitely feeling much better and stronger. Still not quite normal, though, to tell the truth. I'm thinking about food more than I should. Finding balance again, but it will take a while. Usually takes me about 6 months, and it hasn't been that long yet. But yeah, that's it for that. Alright, Tuesday's training. All you'll see is my first 2 sets of bench here. It was 185 for 3 sets of 8. Very similar to what I did on Monday with squats. And then on OHP, I wasn't able to film that, but I did 3 sets of 5. The first one was with 120. The second one was with 125, and the third one was with 130. I'll probably just try to stick with 125 for all 3 sets next week. But progression is not as planned out on that exercise. I kind of have to just do what I can because bench is a priority, and next week I will be very fatigued after bench, so we'll see how OHP goes. But everything went really well this day. I was happy with the session, even though this is not very much weight. Still felt pretty good. And that's it there. And this is just a little kid's meal I had. I thought maybe you guys would be interested. That is a Purdue chicken breast filet there. The macros on those are awesome if you want to pick those up maybe. And then up top, those are Funyuns. I love those. And then everything's topped with fat-free cheese, and then there's some spicy mustard. Pretty tasty. I know you guys probably didn't care about that, but here's Wednesday's training. It was the big 3, so 3 sets of 6 with 200 on bench, 3 sets of 6 with 335 on squats, and then 2 sets of 6 with 340 on deadlifts. And I was alternating between bench and squats to begin with, and then did deadlifts on their own. And you'll only see 1 set of squats here. My phone's recording ability has apparently diminished lately. It's really messing me up. but it'll be alright, not a big deal. But I was pretty happy with my depth. Been pretty happy with my depth for the last few weeks. My squats had looked a little high for a couple of weeks, but I've just made a couple of minor adjustments and seems to have worked. Yeah, you'll just see one set though. I think I already said that. And after this, you'll see my last set of bench press. And after bench press and, just after bench press this day, I did close grip bench press. And I did 3 sets of 8 with 180. You'll see one of those sets as well. That was really the only accessory this day. I didn't have enough time for anything else. But last set of bench here. I'm sorry that I'm rambling so much, but got a little bit more time to talk about nothing in this one. And that's it for bench. Up next, you'll see my close grip bench set. This is the 3rd set with 180. And since this is an accessory, it's not planned out as specifically, but most likely I will move up to 185 next week and try to get 3 sets of 8. But again, the volume on standard bench press will be much higher, so we'll just see how my stamina is at this point. I may not be able to go up in weight. Alright, you're going to see my second of 2 sets of deadlifts here. Last set, just 2 sets of 6. Leg did not bleed this day. But I told you guys that I turned my feet outward a little bit more, and I'm able to get my knees a lot closer to the bar and my hips a lot closer. You'll see that my hips are not as far from the bar horizontally, so my hips are to the right of the bar. They are not as far to the right of the bar as they would have been if I was using my previous form. Hope that makes sense. And my camera stopped recording, but you saw all the reps. And this is just a Dunkin' Donuts blueberry cake donut and decaf coffee I finished off yesterday with. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw that. But if you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and don't if you didn't. I'll talk to you next time.